So, hi, earlier, I was talking and I didn't realize that my there was no sound on the video and I had to go off and come back. I mean, there were a number of people on live and I was wondering what was happening. I didn't realize the whole time that I was speaking to myself. I mean, I thought I was making sense. I didn't know there was no sound. Hi, thank you for joining my live. Hi, is it Ding Wang? Ding Obong? Hi, thank you for joining my live. This is Let's Talk with Ene. So earlier when I started this live, I was talking and I didn't realize that nobody was listening because there was no sound. So I was saying something that um I went off this channel for a very long time. I got busy and I would say also I lost interest at some point. And then I realized again how much I realized how much strength that content creators, YouTubers, and I've been wondering how do they do it? I mean, I see some content creators and some YouTubers post videos every week, every day. Some even post up to how many days? I mean, up to how many times in a day? Like that's a very serious work. And I keep wondering how do they do it? I'm very consistent in every aspect of my life, but I think one of the areas I've not been consistent is this aspect. I was very consistent on this channel for like 4 months and then I went off. Maybe I got overwhelmed, maybe I got stressed, maybe maybe I lost motivation. And I remember I used to talk a lot about how to keep going and keep showing up even when there's no motivation. You think about the goals, you think about what you're meant to achieve, but all of a sudden, I couldn't practice what I had preached. I mean, I'm always talking about about consistency, show up every day, even when nobody's listening, show up every day, even if you're not motivated, show up every day, even if you're tired, show up even if nobody's listening to you. And all of a sudden, I'm the one who is not sure. But maybe because I am having to do so many things at the same time. Sincerely, if we're being sincere, showing up for something, and when it comes to content creation, doing videos and all, you have to be willing to put in the work, to put in the time, the efforts. It's not something you just do casually, except you don't want to do it. And I realize I don't have such time and energy to invest in this so much, but I'm trying to give myself I'm trying to give myself another chance to see if I can make this channel work again. So if you come across this video, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share. And of course, I've been thinking of things that I could talk about more or do videos around. I've been I've been thinking of about ideas. I have the ideas, but is the time, the motivation, and will to execute them. There are so many things I'm interested in doing, talking about, showing, but then I realized that the time, the effort, the motivation is not there. And this is me trying to revive it. I don't know what I'm just saying a lot of things. But sincerely, I want to give this channel another shot. I want to put in my time. I want to show up. I want to be more productive when it comes to this channel. I mean, trust me, I am very productive. I think it's my overproductivity that is affecting this channel because I'm having to do so many things at the same time and it's affecting this. And it brings me to the fact that it's okay to take a break, it's okay to rest, it's okay to give up sometimes on something that is not working. And it's okay to stay away a little and then come back again. I mean, I was talking about how I used to talk about how consistency is rewarding And I remember I was having a conversation yesterday, and there's this person I follow on, there's this friend I have on Facebook. She started content creation this year, and when she started, she's she's an older person. She's an older person. She's older, and she started she decided to start content creation. I remember when I saw it, I was like, how is this woman, what is this woman going to get views? Are people going to watch her? Are people going to listen to her? What does she want to talk about? And then this lady started, she would get 100 views, 50 views. And she kept, in my mind, I'm like, are you sure this is going to amount to anything in the end? But do you know what this lady kept doing? She kept posting videos every day. She kept posting write-ups. She kept, in short, she literally choked us every single day with her content. She would post and post and post. Every day she would post. She was just, she made sure she was right in our faces every day. I mean, that woman is the definition of consistency. And in my mind, then I would be like, would people watch this video? Would people, when is she going to get to the point that she's going to probably start earning or start getting an audience? And I'm like, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, I'm sorry that I doubted that. Because me too, I used to feel like I can't get to that point where I will get a lot of views on Facebook, so I don't even bother to make the effort. So maybe that's why I felt like that. And she kept posting every day. She kept posting, she kept posting, she didn't give up. I saw how determined she was. She would see the 100 views, the 50 views, the 20 views, she would. And do you know what? And then one day, one of our videos went up to 1 million views. Can you imagine? Someone who is just getting 50, 100, 100, and 200 views, her views went to 1 million. The gap is too much. And of course, I felt that encouraged her. And she didn't stop. She kept posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. And then suddenly, the last I think 1 month ago, I saw that our followers, about 2 months ago, our followers kept increasing. I'm not like a monitoring agent, but of course she's on my friend list, so it's easy to see. Our followers kept increasing. I know these content creators, they'll post, thank you for 1,000 followers. I mean, someone who I knew had maybe less than 10,000 followers. I saw she had 10,000, she had 11,000. And then I started seeing her views increasing. Someone used to have most of her videos were just 100, 200. I started seeing like 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000. And it's became very, it became something to look at. And then all of a sudden, I saw her followers increased. And then the last few days, in the last 1 week, she celebrated 13,000 followers, then 14,000, then 15,000. Are you kidding me? And then each video she posts, she gets like 1,000 views, no longer 100. Now, one of the things I saw was the power of consistency. You know, the truth is that I'm using our story to motivate myself, especially in the aspect of me showing up for content. Now, even when nobody, when we say that showing up is not about other people, it's about you. Even when nobody was showing up, even when she felt, when there were no views, she was showing up. Even when nobody was listening, she was showing up. And then that consistency paid off, and it led to her having so much views that now in a week, she moved from thousands of followers to another thousand. Like, it's like how many few days she gets 1,000 followers. And then now her views that used to just be 100 are now like in thousands. Now, consistency. And then the truth that in the last how many months, there were no results. She just kept posting. So sometimes the rewards of consistency are not immediate. If she had given up at that time, she wouldn't realize that at some point she's going to get a big breakthrough. But in the last 5 6 months, she didn't get such breakthrough. And all of a sudden, towards the end of the year, she's getting a breakthrough. And I'm sure now. I remember I saw her post recently one time when she was saying she's not earning anything from because of she was getting. And then now I'm sure she can't tell us what she's earning anymore because now she's getting all of the views and all of the followers back to back. I've seen some of her contents. She's having hundreds of comments. Before it would just be her comments all over the posts. So it shows the power of consistency, how the rewards of consistency is not immediate. So you can decide to give up on the way, and all of a sudden the reward shows up when you least expected, maybe several months later. And for me, it's kind of encouraging. It's encouraging me because I too am at that phase where maybe if I didn't give up or I didn't quit this channel when I did, or I didn't let go, probably I would have gone far by now. Maybe I would have been celebrating 15,000 subscribers. Maybe I would have gotten better by now. And then one of the things I noticed, she became more, her content became, she was getting better at editing and everything. And then I saw she discovered a niche. So in the process of being consistent, you're able to find your path. Now, that niche is what is working for her. That's what gives her a lot of view. That's what gives her lots of view now. She has been able to, when she started, she was just posting things anyhow. She would just post whatever. But in the process of being consistent, she was able to find her path. So I would say consistency gives you clarity. It gives you clarity, it gives you sense of purpose, it gives you direction. In the process of showing up every day and trying out different things, you're able to find what works better because you've been showing up. And that's why when I talk about showing up and being consistent, I used to say that don't just show up the right way, evaluate, plan, learn along the way, do things differently, use different methods, use different strategies, use the one that works for you. Don't just keep showing up without showing up the right way. So it brought clarity in the process. She discovered her niche, and that niche is flourishing for her. And personally, even though I'm sharing it here, for me, it has motivated me to show up. It has encouraged me to show up every day, to be consistent, especially as it has to do with this channel and even me creating videos. And for me, most times it's not even about the posting of the videos. I have a lot of videos that I've not posted. I have so many of them that I made. Very beautiful videos. Or to me, they are beautiful and they are meaningful. But sometimes I think about the fact that when I post this video, would anybody even watch it? But then I realized that it shouldn't first be about people. It should be about what you want and your goal. And when you keep showing up, someday people would watch. Someday the right people would find you. The right people would locate you. But if you're not showing up, how do the right people find you? How do you even get better? How do you even get more productive? How do you even find clarity? How do you even find your path? How? If you're not even trying out anything, if you're not even showing up at all. So for me, even though I'm sharing this as a motivation to motivate somebody, um, for me, it's also motivating me and it's for me too. When we talk about consistency, it's not just mere motivational talks or somebody just trying to make you feel good or trying to inspire you for nothing. It's the truth. I mean, I've seen it work for people. I've seen people do it and there were so much results from it. I mean, I just share a story about this woman. Showing up for several months, no results. but not giving up, being determined, and putting herself in our faces every day. Like, I'm sure everyone that is on her list, she 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 put herself out so much that her face and her content became plastered or registered in our minds. Sometimes you just have to literally force yourself on people by showing up, that you can never be forgotten again, that you get registered in the mind and hearts of people. I mean, that's what she was doing. She was showing up every day. She was showing up regardless if we were listening to her, if we were watching her, if we were commenting, if we were engaging her. She didn't care. She was just showing up shamelessly. She was just showing up shamelessly, and she didn't care if there were people on her timeline who knew her from home, who were her friends, who were her family. She just kept showing up. And because she kept showing up, the rewards turned in. Now she's doing very well. She has a lot of followers. I haven't started. I used to think I had more followers than her, but now she has like two times the followers I have. Two times the followers I have because she's consistent. I am not. She's invested in the whole content creation thing. I am not that invested. But I'm able to draw inspiration from the fact that consistency works. The results are not immediate, but they will show up. If you don't give up, if you really don't give up, it's not motivation, it's the truth. Imagine if I'm doing something every day, there's no way I'm not going to get better at that thing. There's no way I'm not going to learn something. I would learn to either walk away or learn something different that I need to do to get results. But there's no way you would tell me that. Imagine if I'm learning how to tie, I'm learning a skill and I'm dedicating 15 minutes to the skill every day. I mean, I've been learning a new language and I've been committed in the last how many days. But one thing I discovered is that because I'm showing up every day at that language skill, I'm beginning to understand more the language. I'm learning to use it and I'm getting better. And I'm learning different approaches to use the language. But do you think if I say I want to learn the language and I don't even learn it or practice it every day, it's not going to yield result? But imagine if every day I'm practicing that language, every day I'm learning something about that language. Do you know that with time I'm going to get better? With time I'm just going to get better. There's no way that I show up learning one particular language every day. Maybe listening to music in that language, watching cartoons or videos in that language, practicing online in that language, using apps in that language. The truth is that with time, I'm going to get better. I'm going to grow. I'm going to become good at that language. People didn't learn anything not showing up. They learned everything you see people doing, they learned it from consistency. They learned it by being consistent. So consistency is not just it's not just one of those motivational talks. It's real, it's the truth. And for me, even if there's nothing you've learned or you've heard, you can draw inspiration from the story of this woman I just shared. For me, I think, not I think, I'm actually inspired by her because this is somebody that I watched her growth just this year. In the last how many months? She didn't start at the beginning of this year. No, she started somewhere around this year, but not at the beginning. But imagine her growth from there to there. She now has 2 times the number of followers I have. Why? Because she is showing up every day and I'm not. She is invested, she's dedicated, she's doing so much. But me on the other hand, I am not doing that. So consistency is actually worth it. And for me, I have learned, even though I know about consistency, but I have not been practicing it so much when it comes to my channel, when it comes to my content, imagine the last, is it 3 months or 4 months that I've not been here? Imagine if I was showing up here on live every day in the last one how many months, and then I was posting quality videos, or not even if they are not quality videos, but posting videos that make sense. Do you think I would still be where I am? No. This channel would have grown. Maybe not as much as I would have loved to, but this channel will not be where it is. This channel will be doing better. So if you're just joining this, I mean, I talk a lot about consistency. Even though I backslided and I have not been consistent for a while, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. I know that I've been off and on. The truth is, I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm working so hard to show up more. But of course, at the other hand, I don't want to put myself under pressure. I don't want to show up because people want me to show up. I don't want to show up because I have to show up. I don't want to show up because other people are showing up. I want to do things at my own pace. I want to take life one step at a time. I don't want to be too hard on me. I don't want to do so much and become overwhelmed. And that's why for this next phase, I believe I can still hit a big break even with the 2 months that's left this year. For me, I believe I can. So for me, I've decided to take it little by little, to show up. I'm going to show up on life, even when it's zero. One thing I've decided is that I'm going to be showing up on life almost every day. If I can, every day, but if I can't, almost every day. If I can, every day. If I can't, I'll try. I'm going to show up on live, even when there are zero viewers, even when there are nobody. I'm just going to show up so that there's a record of the fact that I tried, so that there's a record that I made efforts, so that there's a record that I showed up. I made effort to try. So I'm just going to show up every day because of that. I'm going to show up even when I don't see anybody on the live, even when it's just me speaking to myself, even when it's just me. I'm going to use the time to practice my public speaking skills. I'm going to use it to entertain myself. I'm going to keep showing up so that I would have a record of the fact that there was a time that you showed up every day. There will be an evidence that there was one time I invested. It will be also those videos will also be evidence of where I started from, a part of my success story, that there was a time in your life where you made effort to show up, where you were showing up. So, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't know how long I can keep it up. I don't know if I would have the strength and energy, but I'm willing to give it another try. So, for this channel, even though I had reached for this channel, I'm willing to be more invested in it, to give it more time to show up. I'm going to come up on live as often as I can, maybe every day or once in a while. So if you're just joining, please support this channel because this girl is back, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. Even when it's not convenient for me, I'm going to show up. Even when it's just one person on the live, I'm going to keep speaking to that one person. And if there's nobody, I would be speaking to myself. I'll keep speaking to myself to improve my speaking skills, to improve my public speaking skills, to keep a proof and an evidence that I tried. I did my best. I showed up. It's going to be a proof of where I started from. I would look back at those life there was nobody, or there was one person to say. There was a time I had one person on live or nobody, and now I have 1,000 people on live. So I'm not going to be bothered about a lot of things anymore. I'm just going to show up, have fun, get better, discover myself, and also in the process be a blessing. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. And if there are things you want me to talk about, if there are videos you would want me to make, let me know in the comments. Oh, Esther, I would like you to post more videos about this. Esther, can you talk about this? Esther, can you show this? I would be open to do that. because most times in the end it's not about you. You're not going to watch your videos, it's people that are going to watch it. So you need to be considerate about what they want. Of course, this is not to say they have to force you into doing what you don't want to do, but of course it's good to also listen to other people. So of course, for people that are that are my subscribers and have been following me for a while, you realize that I talk a lot about consistency. I sometimes chip in my PhD, and now this PhD is getting tougher and it's getting interesting, frustrating, discouraging. Think about the word. And I'm this close to giving up. I'm almost giving up on this PhD. But I've come too far. I've spent 3 years doing this. Spent 3 years not pursuing other things, not making money like my peers. I mean, people are making money. People are dedicating to, people are making so much money, but I can't because I want to get a degree. I want to get a PhD. I've not been able to make money like my friends, like my counterparts. I mean, the age I am, I see that people that we've probably finished school together, I see them already established, doing something with their life. Some are CEOs, are business owners, some are lecturers, some are pastors, some own their clinics, some are doing pretty well for themselves, some have a very beautiful family and getting started with their life, and then there's me pursuing a degree that I don't know that I'm hoping I get it in the end. Of course, we shouldn't compare our life with each other, but I mean, some are rich now, like they have money. Like I would need to ask them to help me with some money. And then you're almost asking yourself, so why am I doing this? I mean, everybody has gone ahead of me, and then there's me coming behind. But I've come to learn that I'm exactly where God wants me to be. And that's the most important thing. I'm not late. I'm not late yet. And it doesn't matter if other people have gone ahead. We all had different paths. We all have different destinies. There are things we want. Sincerely, even if this is difficult for me and it's stressful, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to be doing. So I'm going to be sharing part of the story on this journey. So please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. See you around my next live.